welcome to Mondays Are for the Dogs. Good to be with you again. This is our second attempt out with the dogs. Earlier today we had a little trouble. We were just going to pick up lunch and took the dogs along and thought, well, you know, we're parked up next to the house. Let's just open the door and let them just walk without holding on to their leashes so they could walk in the house. Well, lo and behold, these two have a little bit more on their mind, and so Bailey just very sneakily walks along the curb and takes off, and Barkley, of course, is right in step with her, and they're flying down the neighborhood street, and we're calling, you know, Bailey come, Barkley come, falling on deaf ears as they race down the street. I hop in my car, my daughter runs after them, and finally we get them back, because thankfully there was a lady at the end of the road. The dogs visited her, and we were able to lead our dogs back home. And that really was in my mind already earlier in the day when I was thinking of a song by Third Day. It's called Lead Us Back, and it's got great verses here. It says, lead us back to where we belong, call us as your very own, lead us back safe into your arms. Well, when our dogs were not safe into our arms, we were a little fearful. They seemed to be fine, but they just needed to be led back and called back to as our own into our arms. So we're gonna try it again, but we are not going to let them out off these leashes, because we're learning the results. And that whole thing about leading us back to where we belong, I wonder if you know, in this time of pandemic and all that's going on in our world, we have certainly strayed away from following God, and I think He's more than often calling us with that same message, lead us back to where we belong, where He calls us His very own children, safe into His arms. And I was looking at Joel chapter 2, and it kind of talks about this. Joel chapter 2 verse 13, it says, and rend your heart and not your garment. Now return to the Lord your God, for He is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger, abounding in loving kindness and relenting of evil. Well, I wish I was slow to anger earlier today and as compassionate as the Lord. I did scold my dogs, and I told them that was bad behavior, but you know, I still love them, and I love them so much we're going to give it another try, but not without leashes. But friends, maybe you've kind of strayed away from the Lord, and you wonder, is it okay to go back? Is it worth it? What will God do? Will He take all the things that I've wandered away from Him and punish me for it? Well, we hear it right from Joel. It just says return. Lead back to the Lord, and He is slow to anger, filled with loving kindness, abounding in steadfast love. So maybe just one person at a time, if we lead our way back to the Lord, we might get through this mess that we're calling the pandemic, or whatever is going on in this world, all the things that are happening. Maybe if we lead ourselves back to the Lord, 2020 will end in a very godly and connected way, safe into our Father's arms. Well, we're gonna head down a new trail here out at Grassy Lake. That's where we're at in Barrington. We want you to come out and check it out. It's a beautiful day out here. We saw a red-tailed hawk earlier flying around, soaring, and there's much trail ahead of us, so we hope you have a blessed day in the Lord. Take care. God's peace. Come on, let's go.